Hi, I'm Chad Hanna with Reach Estate Team of eXp Realty. Today I am here with Alaina Cassaday, who is going to teach us all a little bit more about KV Core. We're very grateful when our team comes together to learn a lot of new information because there is so much available with eXp. And then when we work together and share it forward, we all grow faster and better together. Thank you, Alaina. And
Thanks,
we
Chad.
look forward to this.
Well, thanks guys for coming in. I know you guys had a little bit of a drive. I have been playing with KV Core because obviously we all know that there's a lot of tools at our hands, and I didn't realize how much there was. And I took the classes in the world, and it did do kind of like more of a marketing aspect of it. But then once I started playing with it and I could see some features, I was like, oh my gosh, we could really use it as a team and then keep communication open and be transparent, especially if we're getting referrals and handing out referrals, if we're doing open houses for other people, everything's all right there. So I think, using this and being on the same page as a team would be awesome. So I wanted to, and when I discovered it, I had actually put Sherry in as a client and then messaged her, like, I forget what it was. Just like, hey,
Did I get it?
want to see an open house? Like, your text, show me now or something. And then she's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So then, and then the ideas just started flowing from there in different ways that we can use this. And we can, and since we're so expanded as far as up here in Waxahachie, and I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and people in Miami and West Palm, then, I mean, we could really market for each other and lead generate for each other, especially if we have downtime or if you have people in those areas, and then we can just hand them off to each other and everything's recorded right here. There's nothing to hide other than, it is kind of hard not using your cell phone at times, but for the most part, important things are here. So I listed you guys all as my sphere, so we'll go to Diane first. And what you can do, you can also give star ratings. So we'll give her 5 stars. And then if you see right over here, like, this is like your dashboard, everything. If I text her, if I email her, everything comes up. If she texts me back, it's all right here. And then if I were to share her, you can like add notes. Here, let's go to a client actually. Where's one? Let's go to this guy. So, remember I did that open house for the guy in Michigan, or I co-hosted it with him, and then he was kind of explaining KV Core, this aspect of KV Core to me, and then that's what kind of like lit off the light switch. And then he shared this lead with me, and you can see when a lead is being shared right there. So he just put the file in, the lead in, put it in, and then shared it with me, and then it popped up. I got the email notification, and then he doesn't even need to message me or anything because I get the notification. I can see everything almost right here. He just might text me if there's anything I need to know. So I know that here's a client that looked at this property that he's selling, and then shared with Alaina. Status changed from new lead to prospect because he was a little wishy-washy. And then you hashtag buyer. That's when you, I'll get into that in a minute. You can create a campaign and then group everybody, like your FSBOs, your empty nesters, your first-time home buyers, VA, whatever you need. You can create a hashtag for it, and then you can send out a mass text, mass email. You can do your campaigns and market it, and then even like prioritize the times, how often you want to contact them, and everything. So that is awesome. So I thought that would be a really good way to share leads, because I know Patty has potentially a lot of people with her son down where I am that are maybe interested in the intercoastal, which I love. And let's see, over here you can create your search alerts for this client. So then you can search and then put like bathrooms, bedrooms, price range, all that stuff, and then it'll search and it'll send it just like Flex. However, I have noticed that there are some properties that I can't find on here that I can find in Flex, but I think that's because it could be a MLS issue. If they're like Miami beaches or something, then it doesn't connect through KV Core. So it's always good to back yourself up with Flex. And then campaign, I'll get into that in a second. You can put more details, cell phone, numbers, address, spouse email, occupation, birthday, Facebook, LinkedIn, which reminds me, go over here to more actions, find on Facebook.
Oh my God.
I don't know why that's not good. Oh, maybe because I can't log
you're
in
in
as you.
chat.
Well, some of them are available and some of them aren't. But
So, I mean, it was just blowing my mind. I didn't even sleep that night. Because I was like, oh my gosh, and we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this. Go ahead. Do you have something? I know you're biting your tongue. You have a question?
No, I was just going to point out to go to the other tab because you're Mac and this is processor.
So it's good now?
You're good.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. So if you set up your KV Core, you have a smart number, and that will link up to your phone.
Okay.
And that is how.
Where'd you get there? That's I need. What
Go to Marketing Autopilot.
Okay, hold on.
So Smart CRM is where you put your clients. And listings is where you can search for listings. And that's where you actually share, which I shouldn't have even clicked on that. So Marketing Pilot. Come on. It'll give you a smart number. So then when I text somebody, it'll text it. Here, I'll just text all of you.
Well, how do you connect it to your cell phone?
Your cell phone is already in KV, should be already in KV Core.
Okay. I won't take offense. I'm not there. It's okay.
No, it's okay. Ask all the questions. Canned response, this is where it has setups for you, like 6-month posts, close. You can search for things and then do it that way if you wanted. Let's do that one. Then, I don't know how long it takes, but you guys should all get a text. No! Okay, Patty. See? Sent text message. It's all right there. And there's a link to my KV Core website. Now, Patty, say something back.
Where are you?
Oh, text me from
Your phone.
your phone.
Oh.
I'm on your client page. And it'll automatically go to my phone, basically. My phone number. And the same thing if I want to call somebody, if I want to call Patty, then I go here and call her, and it'll link to my phone before she even picks up.
Unknown caller.
This is KV Core.
Really?
Hi. It was saying, hold while we connect your call, and then it's going to connect me to Patty.
Oh, you're right. Here it is. Good morning. How are you?
I just hung up. And you can schedule a call right here. You can put contacted, not home, bad number. I mean, you can just record everything right here. It's all organized, especially if we share a client, then it's great. I can see what's going on, what she said, and then kind of just pick up from there and go off with it. Let's see, what else? campaigns. I want to add a campaign to Patty. Oops.
Now, if I may
Go ahead.
just interject for a
Mhm.
moment, as we go into the campaign portion of it, which would be a logical other video to talk to the point of campaigns versus what you have just started, is the setup on your databases that you put hashtags and then you can do lookups for whatever your hashtag identities are, and then how you can share your contacts within what Alaina had did for Sphere. So then she has us as a sphere, and that can be how we can communicate as a team. There is also all of the note-taking and the scheduling of calls and the mass texts and things of that nature that are just in general available. So I think that what we've just done in video number 1 is talk about the entry portion of what to do with KV Core. Now we're going to go into campaign building. That will be in video number 2. So we'll go ahead and press stop on this particular video and then start a new one for campaign.